Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat 3 Career Mode. I hope you're all having a great day. Today we go to Talladega for both trucks and the Cup Series here for the middle race of the round of 12, where we're already locked into the round of 8, so really anything can happen to us at Talladega and it won't be an issue. But first we have the Truck Series race where we had subscriber Ryan Cochran in the truck. I'm not sure exactly how to say the last name, but we had him in the truck. And just a quick reminder that this is all random. Whoever entered their name into a generator, it's all random who gets into these races. So asking to be in the next race for the Truck Series is not going to get you into that truck for the next race, as it is all random. But Patron down in P29, obviously our plate speed isn't the greatest, so he would struggle to get through the field as he came towards the final lap of this race through turns 3 and turn 4, only up to P25 as he came out of turn 4 for the final time, heading down the front straightaway down into the tri-oval. It wasn't the greatest race for us in the Truck Series, but usually the plate races are pretty tough on us, so Cochran would come through to finish in P25 here in Talladega. Now as we set our sights on the Cup Series, we won this race earlier in the season, so I was hoping that we could maybe do so again, but as we came through on our qualifying lap down through the tri-oval, it wasn't going to be the greatest lap. Obviously it's a plate track. We would only come through to complete one and then I would call it there because I didn't feel like I could do much better. So we will start P26 with a 49.127 for Talladega with Kyle Busch dead last, so we'll see how this turns out.
Today, the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series makes its final stop at Talladega Superspeedway for the running of the 1000bulbs.com 500. The playoffs are in full swing, and for those drivers in the chase, a win today at NASCAR's longest track would clinch a spot in the next round. However, taking a checkered here is much easier said than done. This relatively wide track allows cars to run 3, 4, and sometimes 5 wide. But that kind of close-quarter racing is a surefire recipe for the big one. Which of these drivers will steer clear of trouble and visit victory lane? Let's head down to the track and find out. NASCAR racing is coming up next.
Alright, we're ready to go green here for the 1000bulbs.com 500 at Talladega Superspeedway. Kyle Busch looks a bit slow today, like I said, starting in dead last, so that could be a big hit for him in points now, as Kevin Harvick crashed during qualifying, and he is starting in the back. Haley Deegan failed optical scanning station multiple times, so she is also sent to the back for this race as we get ready to go green here in Talladega from just an extra few positions ahead due to Harvick being sent to the back now as the green flag is out. P25 it is, as we take the green flag. Behind us is Daniel Suarez, and in front it's the 95 of Matt DiBenedetto now, as Alex Bowman, our teammate, leads the way on this opening start here in Talladega as we go down into turns 1 and turns 2. Martin Truex Jr., our rival, just behind our teammate of Alex Bowman in that third position as we come through the center of the corner and towards the exit of turn 2 here now, as we're actually in the final 6 races of our NASCAR Heat 3 career mode at this point. Our final time obviously to Talladega as we head down the back straightaway on the back bumper there of Matt DiBenedetto in the number 95 car as we go through turns 3 of the inside of the 12 of Ryan Blaney, as he is not in a great situation on points right now, so he certainly needs to make sure he has a good race here in Talladega. We're the only one that's safe right now coming into Talladega, obviously winning last episode in Dover, also getting some payback on Martin Truex Jr. during that episode, so we're in a great position, locked into the round of 8. We can just kind of have a good time here, hopefully, in Talladega as we complete that first lap in the stage as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2. There you see Kyle Larson up top, another playoff contender that needs to make sure he has a good run today if he wants to have a chance going into Kansas. Now as we came down the back straightaway, trying to look up the inside there of Matt DiBenedetto for a moment now as we pick up the draft, and we're going to try and get to his inside before we go to turn 3, and sure enough we do as we give him a little bit of a side draft and get down to that double yellow line. And we would continue moving forward as we came through on lap 7, now looking to the inside of our Hendrick Motorsports teammate of Chase Elliott for P13. So we've gained about 8 or so positions just kind of moving through on this inside as it was kind of getting single file up in front of us there as we were also passing Ryan Newman. We would get past Eric Jones as well as we went down the back straightaway. Or I should say we at least got to the inside of Eric Jones as we came through now on lap 9. There you see him on my outside as we came out of turn 2, heading down the back straightaway again, now looking to the inside of Paul Menard. We have moved ourselves now into the top 10 as there you see our rival of Martin Truex Jr. hung out on the very top, so this is an opportunity for us to get past him as we go down towards turns 3 and turns 4 here. Not much time left in this first stage now as Menard and myself are 3 wide with Truex, so we get past Truex with no issues at all, which makes us look very strong right now as we come out of turn 4. Bowman continued at this moment to lead the way, but we came through a few laps later. We would continue moving forward on the inside, but Alex Bowman had lost the lead. We had driven up to P4 as we started this final lap in the first stage. Eric Almirola was leading the way, who has had a brilliant playoff effort so far. The only problem for Almirola, like I said before, he missed the playoffs. Other than that, he would have been a serious contender with a playoffs like this, so it's very unfortunate for Almirola as we try to push our teammate Bowman down the back straightaway for the final time here in stage 1 as we go down towards turns 3 and turns 4 for the final time. In the stage behind us is Austin Dillon, who actually gets to my inside there and catches me off guard, and now we're hung out on the top there as we try to get to the bottom, but Eric Jones is coming through with a lot of speed, so he gets to the inside as well as we head down the front straightaway for the final time here in stage 1. Elliott trying to make it 3 wide as we go through the tribal, but Jones gets down in front of him, and Eric Almirola is going to win the stages. There's trouble behind, and it's Clint Boyer, I think, going into the outside wall as we're going to get P7 in the first stage there as we kind of got hung out on the top, but still a pretty decent effort in stage 1. We were quickly sucking up to the back of other cars as it was Eric Almirola with the stage victory. We had a chance there to maybe get 3rd or 4th in the first stage, but obviously just getting hung out on the top messed us up there, as I would actually go to drop some tire pressures down a little bit, 48 on each tire, and we would put 2 cans of fuel in the car, 4 tires, and we would come out just where we came in P7 as we get ready to go green here for stage 2 with Eric Almirola and Chris Buescher on the front row here in Talladega. Bowman and Austin Dillon on row number 2 as the green flag is back out. We are underway. This only being a 10-lap stage, there's not a lot of time to get something done as Chase Elliott is going to get in just behind me there as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is on his inside as we go down towards turns 1. Not a great restart at all for the 10 of Eric Almirola. Bowman going to push Austin Dillon out of line, and now Menard's going to get to the inside of Bowman as we come through turns 1 and turns 2. Now on the exit of the corner, trying to stay to the inside of the 3 as we head down the back straightaway. I'm leaving a gap between myself and the 21 of Menard, so that way Alex Bowman, my teammate, can get to the inside as I'm trying to help my Hendrick teammates as much as I possibly can here in these next few races of these playoffs, so they can maybe get into the round of 8. Now is there you see Bowman drops down to the inside as we go through turns 3 and turn 4. Now Austin Dillon has the momentum trying to get clear of me, but we fight back now on the exit of the corner with the draft of Bowman now as he's going to get back up to the top, so I once again let off the throttle to let Bowman get down to the bottom to make sure we keep him at least in a good position as we would come through now on the exit of the trioval to look to the inside with Bowman of Chris Buescher as we came through turns 1 after completing the first lap here in the second stage. So back up to P4 now with our teammate Alex Bowman just in front of us. Almirola and Menard run 1-2 at the moment as we exit turn 2 heading down the back straightaway, continuing to just stay locked to the bumper of our teammate of Alex Bowman at this point. And as we came through now on the next lap of lap 3, you see Eric Almirola getting hung out there by the 21 of Menard now, so he gets shuffled to the outside. So we're going to come through staying on the inside, and we're going to go and take over P3, Bowman up to P2, and this would happen again as Bowman would end up doing the same thing to Paul Menard as Menard gets hung out for the lead, and Bowman takes over the lead now as we came through turns 1 and turns 2 as we were approaching the midway point of the second stage. So we move up into P2 as Menard and Almirola both drifted back due to being hung out now as we came through on lap 5, just staying back behind our teammate of Alex Bowman. Now as you hear a little bit of some tires squealing behind us, and that's going to bring out a caution down the back straightaway. Austin Dillon was the one with that issue, so this sets up for a late stage restart here on the outside of our teammate of Alex Bowman as the green flag is back out. We are underway. It is only 3 laps to go in this second stage. Behind us is Ricky Stenhouse Jr., so we got 2 Roush Fenway teammates on the second row with Newman and Stenhouse as we go down towards turns 1. We do get a little bit better of a launch into the corner than Bowman. He had a better launch down towards the corner, but now as we come through the center of the corner, we're going to have to side draft him if we want to have a chance here. So we're going to get right on the right rear quarter panel of our teammate of Bowman and get off of him as we come out of the exit of the corner, heading down the back straightaway. But unfortunately, he's going to have a little bit more speed than myself down this back straightaway as he's once again starting to pull away. So I get down, trying to side draft him again, and it is successful for the moment. But as we go down into turn 3, we get absolutely blown away as we make contact with Ryan Newman. So we would then quickly drop positions to the point where we had fallen outside of the top 10 as our rival Martin Truex Jr. came through to even pass us, and now Daniel Suarez had gotten to my inside, still stuck on the outside lane at this point here with 2 laps to go, and I see an opening here behind the 41 of Daniel Suarez, so I take the opportunity, I let off and get into that hole there behind Suarez now as we came through into turn 3 and as we came towards the final lap here of this second stage. Now down the back straightaway we had to run, so I decided we had to take the opportunity and look to the outside, because there you see, I believe that's Ross Chastain or Reed Sorensen up ahead that we have the draft from now as we look to the outside of our rival of Martin Truex Jr. as we go down into turn 3 for the final time here in this second stage. Newman now leading with Almirola following through. Our teammate Bowman getting hung out now as we come through turn 3 and turn 4, still on the outside of our teammate of Truex, or not our teammate, but our rival of Truex, as there's actually contact with Truex here on the straightaway, and he pushes us up towards the wall through the tri-oval, and that shovels us way back now as we're going to come through to get a very disappointing finish now in the second stage after major contact with our rival of Martin Truex Jr. So a very disappointing finish here in stage 2 with P19 after that contact now as Ryan Newman wins the stage. He's not in the playoffs either, so it doesn't matter, but we would pit for 2 cans of fuel as well as put 4 tires on the car. We would come out in P25 as 6 cars actually stayed out for the start of this third and final stage here in Talladega. Hopefully we can work our way back forward now as we're ready to go green, in the third stage is underway here in Talladega. We'll see if someone can win their way in to the round of 8 just like we did in the last episode at Dover now, as it is 18 laps to go here in Talladega. Up ahead you see our teammate of Chase Elliott, who's definitely going to need to step it up here in this final stage, get a better finishing position if he wants to be safe for the next race in Kansas as we go through turns 1 and turns 2. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about Kansas. Kansas has always been a track we've struggled at. We've only have one top 10 finish at Kansas in our career, so we're very fortunate. Now as we're going to look to the inside there, the 47 of Priest, a big run as we're going to go 3 wide down the back straightaway as we go down towards turn 3. There you see Kyle Busch up in P19, which is pretty much the best he's been able to do all day now, as he is actually hung out though on the very top, and he is dropping back now as we go up the inside still of Ryan Priest as we exit turn 4 as we're going to head down the front straightaway. Closing in on the back there of our teammate of Chase Elliott as we go down towards the trial, still side by side with the 47 of Ryan Priest as we come through towards the end of the lap. We're going to make contact with Ryan Priest, and we get sent to the infield now as we're going to come back up the track in turns 1, trying to make sure we don't hit anybody just in front of the 42 of Kyle Larson, kind of messing him up there as a simple mistake from my part. I pushed up into the side of the 47 trying to follow my teammate of Chase Elliott, and now this mistake is big time costly for us as we head down the back straightaway. Larson would get ahead of me as I tried to fall in line behind him, but we would absolutely lose the draft. Larson would just drive away from me even though I was right behind him. So now as we came to lap 35, I find myself on a complete island of my own, over 14 seconds behind the leader. So I decided to make a decision. Okay, we're going to actually wait on the lead pack here to see if we can get into that pack and maybe just ride around. Hopefully a caution was going to come out, as I was expecting a caution. Usually we get a caution in the final stage, but as it came through now lap 39, the pack has caught us, and there you see Martin Truex Jr., our rival, leading. So I decided we're going to get right in front of him there, but move out of the way at the last second. We certainly hold him up, and he actually loses the lead because of that, but unfortunately we get blown away again by the field to where we would have to fall in at the back of the field again here behind Kyle Busch as it came through with just 4 laps to go in this race, as he was running P33. Hamlin, his teammate, up at P32. So just once the pack got to me, we were just stuck again, and I couldn't do anything on the outside, so we had to fall in line all the way back here as it came through now just to start this final lap. A simple mistake completely destroyed our race here in Talladega. No caution has come out in Talladega as we're a lap down now on this final lap here in Talladega as we head down the back straightaway, pushing Kyle Busch. On the bright side, we can afford something like this, obviously, after winning last episode in Dover, so it wasn't really a big hit to us now as we go down towards turns 3 and turns 4 for the final time here in Talladega. Unfortunately, after that incident there with Truex at the end of the second stage, kind of set the tone for the rest of this race, obviously, having that incident there with the 47 of Ryan Priest as we head down the front straightaway, down towards the tri-oval for the final time here in Talladega. Thank goodness we won in Dover and locked ourselves in, because we will come through to finish P30 P39 in Talladega there, as you saw me actually hook the car into the wall out of frustration at the end of that race. As Clint Boyer gets P40, as Ryan Preece actually wins the race. So first career Cup Series win for Ryan Preece. Our rival Martin Truex Jr. finishes in the 12th position, but Boyer takes a big hit there as we come through to get at least a decent amount of money. We have $387 million. We actually would have come out of Talladega 22 points to the good. Obviously, if we didn't win Dover, it would have been a little bit different of a point situation still, but there you see Harvick is 2 out, Kyle Larson 10 out, Keselowski 11 out, and Ryan Blaney 27 points out. So Ryan Blaney has to pretty much win at Kansas, and then the rest, Keselowski, Larson, Harvick, they can all point their way in. So we'll see exactly how that goes in Kansas, as some drivers aren't happy that we were trying to push them. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Obviously, that final stage was unfortunate that I made that mistake, and then we just, even when the pack caught me, I couldn't even get into the line behind that pack. We dropped all the way to the back, which is unfortunate. But there you see the playoff grid one more time. So obviously, we're locked in. Kansas, we've never really done well. We've got one top 10 finish there in our career. Hopefully we can get 2 in the next one for our final Kansas race. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a great day.